It's time for Doc Low Talks Comics again, guys. What are we going to possibly talk about today? How about an initial assessment on Terminal? Terminal, at its finest, it kind of looks like an X-Men book from the 1990s. You've got a massive cast of characters. You've got Andy Kubert on art. You know, what's not to love? It's written by Robert Kirkman with Joe Casey, and the first issue at least, is drawn by Adam Kubert. So we get to see many years ago a rather bloody scene with this guy, and what is going on here, we're not really sure yet, but it turns out that he has a massive eyeball come out of his head. So that's always first time for everything. And then you get to see this character here, Imp, on the top, and he's fighting a guy named Blaster, and he does something terrible to Blaster on the next page, and we're going to bypass that because that's, not for kiddies. But by the same time, there is this girl here who's going to factor in as one of the main character's sisters, and she's digging for information for her sister. She's got her boyfriend working on it, and he says, I had to dig a lot deeper than that, a lot deeper than the dark web. Most of what I found was connected to acts of domestic terrorism, but it's not that simple. And he says, even the reports I dug up are written in code. No one openly talks about these events. This thing is global. Check it out. And about that time, the Imp comes back and cuts dude's head off. So he's just a mean, nasty little bugger, isn't he? He's just all about, slicing and dicing people. And in the end, we get to see Marilyn run away, and she's saved by her sister Alessandria. And Alessandria, of course, is one of the people on the cover, so she's one of the good guys. And she fights with Imp and, sends him packing. And Marilyn and Alessandria get flown to this mysterious island, mysterious to Marilyn anyway. And Alessandria says, come on, meet the guys. Here's Ethan. Here's, and you get to see a guy named Theed. And that was who was at the beginning of the issue that has this big giant island pretty much all to himself. And what you kind of get in this issue, and I'm not going to give away what happens towards the end and the choices that are going to have to be made, but it was supposed to be the second coming, okay? It was supposed to be the next Walking Dead. It was supposed to be the next big thing from Image. And I get where they're going. And I think it's going to take a few more issues for it to really play out, so I'm not giving a negative Nancy on it just yet. And I've got to see some of that Dave Finch artwork and some of that Art Adams artwork. I've got to see that stuff before I drop this title, if I ever do. But you get that X-Men vibe and power, and that things are so big. That's the thing about X-Men, is that for the majority, a lot of these stories are humanistic. Chris Claremont was great at bringing humanism to these stories, but at the same time, you get that it's global. Even one of the characters, before he died, he said, this is on a global scale. This thing is huge. And the giant eye has its own role to play. You can even see it on the back cover here, that, the giant eye is something. And how is this all going to play out? I don't know. But it's a story about family. It's a story about now avenging someone. And it's a story about people with latent powers. Maybe not superpowers, but, extraordinary powers. And if they choose to follow this certain character, then great and powerful majesty, beauty, power can be given to them. But they have to believe. And in order to believe, you have to believe with all your heart. And if you do that, then you too can become one of these superhero types. And So it's not really rising stars, but it's something where something is hidden within each of us, and you just have to believe. So it could be a story about belief in the end. Oddly enough, because Robert Kirkman has said, since I can't think of words today either, he has said that he doesn't believe. He's not a Christian. And that's neither here nor there. But my point is, it would be interesting to see him write a story about belief, kind of from the outside looking in. Belief in yourself, belief in your family, belief in your superpowers, belief in your country, belief in the grand ideas that are telling you that what you're doing is right. And what if he subverts those 2 or 3 issues in, and you come to find out that the ones that have supposedly been doing good all these years turn out to be so much more evil than those that they try to take down. So personally, I think that'd be a great twist. I don't know any insider information about this. I don't know if that's the way we're going to go. But for right now, Terminal gets 1, 2 thumbs up. And I'm looking forward to seeing what comes with issue 2. Let me know in the comments, guys. Did you pick this book up? And if you did, what did you think about it? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are up to 302 subscribers now. So let's keep the momentum going, guys. Let's get to 303, 310, 325, and just keep pushing. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.